Let's do this. Hi guys.
You come here often.
Nice of you to drop in.
I don't know what you did, but you just released a source splat. I thought I'd come and see what all the fuss was about. Should have known you were getting yourself into trouble.
Thought you were pissed off.
Looks like the big moment has finally arrived. I will do everything I can to support you, Godwoken. I will pray for you. I think you'll need it.
Point out you've seen her perform incredible feats of magic. Surely she can pull off some grand wizardry now.
You'd think, right? But no. This is your moment. Still, do not underestimate my presence. This is a place of incredible power where a single prayer holds the weight of thousands. So, I will pray for you. Your heart and soul will fill as quickly as they're drained. Consider it a taste of your divine future. The people will pray for you. In turn, they'll trust you to do right by them, as I'm trusting you to do now. Of course, it's up to you whether or not to listen. I know how I'd respond, but you do you.
Melody wearily chuckles to herself, then bows her head in a show of unexpected but sincere reverence.
Looks like my investment's paid off after all.
You've shown me kindness in the face of my sins. My worship is the least I can offer.
I've always preferred to be the one reaping the attention, but you've turned the tables. I suppose it's only right, seeing as how a new divinity may stand before me.
Now go. Rivellon needs a new divine.
So, this is the main reason why I went and did this quest for her, because I wanted her here. And looks like Ugly Mustache Man Gareth isn't here. That's fine though. But source points cost 3 less, so I am free to nuke the world. Now, we have options on this, so how do I want to do this?
Godwoken.
Lucian?
Dallas told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds, and twice as bright, to have come so far.
Oh shit, they've got Gareth. That would explain it. That's why you do his quest. Alright, don't care. He's got an ugly mustache. Fuck him. Keep him.
Your divine welcomes you.
My divine? Pretty sure I'm the divine.
The divine you thought dead lords over the chamber from a granite throne. He moves to speak, but it's Riedeman's voice that next pierces the air.
What a twist.
Lucian frowns at Riedemann, then turns to the silent monk standing near and smiles widely. Reality sets in. The monk is Gareth. No longer seeker, but slave.
Oh, Gareth. He was always so devoted, and so stubborn. In this form, his faith won't falter. The ideal servant.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Respect? Indeed.
Lucian's gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell him the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are 4. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Aren't they just full of surprises?
This clarifies very little. Demand an explanation.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallis is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
For those who don't know what they mean by that, the king, they're referring to the God King. And the void, his people are the Void Woken. So, the 7 gods that we killed, Rallic, Zantessa, etc., they were Eternals, like Dallas is, and then they took the source power for their own to become gods and sent the God King into the void, along with the people who were here beforehand, which were the Void Woken. So it's technically the world that we live in, Rivellon, belongs to the God King and the Void Woken. And then we were the product of what the quote-unquote gods made. So we took over the planet. It's not our fault, but the Void Woken, honestly, you can't blame them for wanting their world back. You can't blame the God King for being pissed. It's a sticky situation.
With the Source they stole from the Veil, the 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
Yeah, that's a better way of explaining it. I guess I should have just shut up and let them talk. Sorry. What happened next? Ask why the 7 lords needed worshippers.
During their lives, worshippers collect souls. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the Source-hungry gods.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the Source to the Veil. When we are done, there shall be no more Source in the world. Rivellon will be finally free from the gods that enslaved them.
You truly seek the greater good?
He hesitates, then he swallows his pride.
Here is the truth. I have killed thousands, perhaps millions, for the greater good. But I made a mistake. It was my use of death fog that opened the door to the God King. It upset the Veil and took the 7 by surprise. My one mistake meant all those sacrifices were for naught. Those sacrifices must have meaning. They must stop the void once and for all.
Tell me more.
I seek vengeance against the king and against the 7.
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
I was a child when the God King tore my family apart. I was purged of Source and left to rot in a putrid tomb. A child. It was hell. A hell I suffered for the sins of my father. He was the one that betrayed the God King. He was the one that told the 7 the secrets of the Veil. The cruel joke of it all is that the same tomb that housed my tortured body is what sheltered me from the void. Few Eternals escaped that fate. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane. But now I finally have revenge. Revenge on the Seven and the God King. Revenge for what they took from me. My life. My people. My mother!
The hammer's voice falters and her coolness vanishes. Every crack and rasp betrays her grief. But her next words burn not with sadness, but anger.
He never even looked for me. He never even looked for her!
Dallas, control yourself. Our purpose transcends your personal wounds.
Yes. You are right.
Dallas's reasons weren't mine to question. All that ever mattered to me was peace. Peace for Riverlon. Peace for me, whatever the means. And now, we are on the precipice.
This is a good question. Ask how their brutal actions were meant to achieve peace.
While Dallas sought the Aetheran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Address Friedemann directly. He is the Source King enslaved, and his name is Brachus Rex.
Maggot. I am no slave.
With a flick of her wrist, Dallas sends a jolt through Brachus's body. He writhes in pain.
Don't worry, he's well under control. He has made a fine servant. Isn't that right? Ingrate. I used him to find the Aetheran. When we're done, I'll release him from his duty and free him from his pain. Until then...
Dallas punctuates her statement with another wrist flip. Brachus shudders, but his lips remain curled in a self-satisfied grimace.
Continue.
The Aetheran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the Veil.
The void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power. But the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Riverlon, you must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
Watch your tongue, bitch. I'll cut it right the fuck out of that skull.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source. We only lack yours.
Glance at Gareth and note that giving up one's source renders one a silent monk, a husk of oneself.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
You know there's not going to be a true divine if we do this, right?
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, A divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
Note that Lucian's massacre of the masters and students at the academy really wasn't done to aid Alexander.
We already had more than enough Godwoken.
Another sacrifice I was forced to make. Those beautiful people. I was as kind as I could be. I promise you that.
Hurry them along.
Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivellon.
Don't let them do this to us.
But our souls? There has to be another way.
No, never.
I haven't done this option, so I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna sacrifice myself. I always fight here, but I'm gonna sacrifice myself.
Good.
Yes, very good.
Shut your mouth, whore. I'm tired of listening to you talk. I just change my mind if I hear that fucking man-pleaser of yours flap one more time.
She raises what looks like a leash. A chuckle emerges from beneath Vredeman's hood. The chuckle becomes a guffaw, booming and hateful. Dallis flicks her wrist, and nothing happens.
Oh, Dallas. Sweet, simple Dallas.
How? What? The leash is cut!
A bright observation from a bilious imbecile. You know people often become sloppy when they're close to achieving their dream.
Alright, give me a second. I need to grab fresh beer for this. Fresh beer for this. I'll be right back. Alright, crisis averted. Let's do this.
You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot. So accustomed had you become to me, pretending to be your slave.
Kill him.
Do shut up, you tedious buffoon, and don't look so surprised, as if I would allow a bone bag to enslave me. Me!
Sit back and enjoy their discomfort.
They thought themselves well in control, but there is only one master scheme that must come to fruition. My divinity!
Or did you really think I'd play slavishly along with your ridiculous scheme, Dallas? Yes, I played my part of the servile stooge. But know this, it was only about the power of divinity.
Kill him now.
Too late, you moldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you!
Laugh at his naivety. The God King will never share rule. The Source King is doomed.
You dare interrupt Brachus Rex? How novel. Who are you to challenge the Source King?
What did you say your name was? Douchebag?
Ah! You were the fetid dirt on my boot. You are nothing at all. I am the Source King. I shall rule.
Alright, motherfucker. Welcome to the end of your life. Oh, wow, we're going straight to the Kraken fight? Oh, what an awesome option. Oh, wow, offering to sacrifice yourself. Holy shit,
King hears my call.
I avoided an entire phase 1 of that fight. That is awesome.
He sends a companion worthy of my power. Come to your father. Come to the Source King.
Let's do this. Let's fucking dance, bro. Who do we got? Isbeel's back. And we got the Sallow Man's back. And we got old Kim. And I've got, oh my god, they're all allies this time. I don't have to fight all of them. That's so awesome. Dude, he's so fast. Don't plague me, bro. Oh, it's so awesome. Oh, shit. I can't believe I've got all these people as allies. That's so sick. I'm gonna delay Thalic's turn, actually. Wow, having all these people on my side is ridiculously awesome. Alright. Sallow Man is quite annoying. So I'm going to put the Sallow Man next to the Geist. Because the Geist does hit quite hard. And I think I'm just going to move her closer over here instead of hitting Adrenaline and the other stuff, just to get a better position. Oh my god, I love this option. Again, I think I want to do the same thing with the Prince, not use Adrenaline yet. And just get a better position. They're all my allies. That's so sick. Alright, we're gonna buff Dallas.
Glory is mine. I'm ready.
Don't be stupid, man. Oh. This is so great. Alright, so Thalic's not really... Alright, that's fine. I can't reach the destination because he's in the way, so we're just going to swap places with the Geist. We still have Apothis going. Inner Demon. $4,000 is a hell of a hit. And I'm gonna get to go before Brachus, is that right? Lucian, Salaman, Thalic. So I think it's safe to just go ahead and hit him. Get him, Lucian! Damn. Oh, you missed. Gareth, you are so... Have you ever tried not being worthless? We are fucking him up. Dude. So Dallas, Isbiel, and Sabil. The Prince is going before Brachus. So... We're gonna put shackles on Brachus. Did I just dumpster the hell out of this final fight? Where are you going? That is not even close to where the fight's at. Doesn't even matter. Source costs nothing. That was a waste of a turn. Don't even care. Oh my god. No way my Incarnate's gonna end this whole fight. Dude. Wow.
The Source King of Legend lies dead once more, perhaps even for good. Dallas, badly weakened, looks to you.
The future of all that is depends on you, and you alone.
This is it. I can hardly believe it.
She casts her gaze around the crypt in awe.
After everything we've been through, after everything we've seen, here we are. Here I am. And now that I see godhood before me, I know what I have to do. Chief, you need to ascend. There's no one I would trust with this responsibility but you. I know you'll do what needs to be done, what ought to be done. And I know you'll do it with style.
I won't fail you.
Hell, I could have told you that. You'll do great. By me and by my whole realm. I don't doubt that for a second. Now go on, shoo. You've got business to attend to.
Here we stand, once more on the cusp of divinity. But this cup, so long thirsted for, I willfully let it pass from me. All my life has been a lead-up to this. To be the King of Kings, God of Gods. I will not say it was in vain, but I will say it was vanity. If I were to chance upon my throne right now, I would sit down beside it, cast my glance to the horizon, and think of worthier things. I'd think of Sadher, my great love. I'd think of my children, their joyous dance through fiery skies. And of course, I'd think of you, of the adventures we had, of our unlikely yet heartfelt friendship. Yes, I'd sit there, thoroughly contented, and wait for you to ascend the throne.
It's been an honor traveling with you.
I know.
A mischievous smile.
But I do have to add, likewise.
Listen,
I know.
this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin. I've had my vengeance, my life and my liberty. You helped me win them back. And then, when we made love, all of me awoke.
Baby, I skipped that scene.
All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle. And long after.
I won't fail you.
I know you won't. Now kiss me.
You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark. After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetheran lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with Divinity?
Allow yourself and all of the world to be purged of its source.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken and used the Source to close the veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their Source were erected all across Rivellon. They would never be forgotten. The half-demon Malady took pity on the soulless, God-woken silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes. There, from the scraps of their souls that remained, she restored them to life. Sorcerers no more, they lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the God-woken. Freed from the weight of the world. As for me, the God-woken sacrifice severed the link that bound the Sworn to the God King, and I was finally free. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly, telling the story of the Godwoken, that the world may never forget the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever seen.
And we purged ourselves of Source, saving the entire world.
Malady stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here she looks almost angelic.